Hi everyone, thank you for coming to my talk. My name is Prasant. I'm here to present Affective Spotlight, a tool to facilitate audience reactions in online presentations. I'd like to thank my co-authors from Microsoft Research for their contributions to this project and the support and encouragement for this presentation as well. Current video conferencing platforms, barring a few interfaces, do very little to support efficient handling of audience reactions and their feedback during oral presentations. There's often also limited real estate on the presenter's part to be able to effectively handle seeing the audience reactions and managing their own slides and speaking notes when presenting. To understand this landscape further, we conducted an exploratory survey. We were interested in seeing relevant audience reactions that's useful for presenters. We had 175 respondents, and our results showed that a large number of people have to present frequently to groups of sizes 5 to 10 members. They also reported missing audience feedback when presenting online. In addition, we also derived 3 high-level themes, namely the lack of nonverbal social cues, a lack of the visual of the audience, and the absence of an active interaction to be missing in online presentations. We also explored the presenter preferences of seeing different audience reactions and categorized them as cognitive states and behaviors based on sensing capabilities of the current computer vision algorithms. To that end, we observed that users reported wanting to see confusion and engagement followed by some of the other reactions. Similarly, people also reported wanting to see certain behaviors that indicate focus of attention more than the other behaviors. To solve this problem of both sensing the audience reaction and presenting it to the presenter in a succinct manner, we adopted the spotlighting terminology. Our program essentially samples audience reactions based on their occurrence in a presentation and provides it to the presenter in real time. This slide describes the system design in terms of sensing, spotlighting behavior, and integration with the current video conferencing application that acts as a test bed for our evaluation study. More details about the computer vision algorithms and the spotlighting logic can be found in the paper. Here's a demo of our system in action. We see that instead of the entire grid view, our system shows samples of a particular audience based on their reactions in real time to the talk. Here we observe that the spotlight changed to another audience member. We systematically evaluated the system to study its effects on increasing the presenter awareness of the audience. We used 2 other systems as control, namely a randomly chosen spotlight and the default user interface to further explore this particular hypothesis. We designed a single session within subject experiment and recruited presenters and audience members to participate in the study. The overall protocol is shown here. The presenters were requested to give talks with the 3 systems, and we had audience members to make the experiment as close to real world as possible. Presenters gave 5-minute talks on pre-chosen topics and were asked about their experience using the system, using surveys and semi-structured interviews. The audience were requested to evaluate the talk and join a separate interview as well. We had 14 sessions in total with 14 presenters and 103 audience members. Now, I want to share some of our results, but more details can be found in the paper. The affective spotlight received significantly more positive responses than the other 2 conditions in terms of awareness of presentation performance, ease to see audience responses, and ease to respond to audience responses, supporting her primary hypothesis. Furthermore, participants noted that the system made them understand their audience better. They also provided a qualitative mapping of audience reactions to their own response in the situation, such as head nodding of the audience made them feel validated, and so forth. Further, we did not observe any increase in the quality of the talk when presenting with affective spotlight. However, our analysis of presenters' self-evaluation of talk and audience evaluation of talk showed that the evaluations were closest and most similar in the affective spotlight condition, further lending support to the claim that affective spotlight helped create a feeling of reading the room for the presenters. Lastly, we derived some design considerations for affective sensing in online meetings. When deploying AI in these settings, care should be taken to limit algorithmic limitations and biases. Further, the attendees should be given control to decide how they require feedback and how their own feedback should be used. There is a need to be transparent through the use of consent when sensing is deployed, and appropriate feedback should be provided to the attendees. Privacy concerns should be handled by processing the data locally as opposed to streaming it to the cloud. With that, I'd like to conclude my talk and open the floor for questions. Thank you for taking the time to attend this and hope you read our paper.